that other than trying to help people who are in a state of disease.
Welcome back to the Immigration Answer Show. My name is Jim Hacking. I'm an immigration lawyer and a karate expert, practicing law and kicking ass throughout the 50 states out of our offices in St. Louis, San Diego, and Washington, D.C. This is episode 607 of the show. I'll be here for the next hour, maybe cut it a little short. My flight to Detroit got delayed, so I can do a show here from the studio instead of sitting in the airport sweating my ass off because the city of St. Louis is too cheap to pay for good air conditioning. I'll be here for an hour, hopefully answering your questions, checking in on everybody. How's everybody doing? Let us know in the comments. If you're new here, please introduce yourself. If you've been here a long time, make sure to say hello. JD says, hooray, pop-up, Jim. Hope you're doing well. Are you green, yellow, or red? So for those of you who don't know, at our office, when we have our meetings, we ask team members, are you green, yellow, or red? Green is everything's going well. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling properly resourced. Yellow is I'm sort of operating at a high level, facing a little burnout. And red is like code red alert. Got to fix something. So I am green. Thanks for asking, JD. And I hope everything's good in Ontario. I just came out of a meeting and I said that things are green for me. So how about that? All right. A lot of our friends are here. We got the link to the waiting room, and the waiting room, believe it or not, is just about full. Muhammad was waiting yesterday for a good long while, and I didn't get to him, so I'm going to lead off with him. Hello, Muhammad.
Hello, Mr. Jim. How are you doing?
Great, buddy. How you doing?
I'm good. How your day going?
Good. I took you off camera, so go right ahead.
All right. So, I have an issue. I mean, not technically issue, a question about my N400. Actually, I spoke to a lot of people and they guided me. I was thinking that was the right guidance. And I was married to 2 years ago or 3 years ago in 2021 and overseas, not in here. And I applied for the person for the 130, the I-130. But things didn't go well. After 1 year of marriage, we broke up, and the USIS didn't even like give an answer to this. So I withdraw the case before even they gave an answer, approval or denial, and none of that. So now that I'm eligible for N400, I applied for it, but I put as a single, never married. Somebody told me, I mean, not one person. They just told me that your status didn't change because they do not consider you as married. So you can go ahead and apply as a single, and then if they ask you if you applied for somebody before, just go with the divorce paper and the marriage. Is that right? Or
You're telling me that when you had your green card, you got married to someone and you filed for them.
Yes.
And you had a valid marriage, and
Yes.
it was recorded in your home country.
Yes. But not in the U.S. Mm-hmm.
When the time came for you to apply for your N400, someone said for you to say that you have never been married?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I withdraw the case. The USIS never sent me. I mean, they approved my withdrawal and everything.
Hold on.
Yeah.
So somebody said that it would be a good idea for you to say single, never married, even though you had previously given them a marriage license.
Oh, so should I notify the USIS on my application?
But I still want to make sure that I'm understanding you correctly. Some idiot told you that it would be a good idea to say single.
Yeah.
Who is that idiot?
Many people from my community. Some people from my community.
What were they thinking? What were they thinking? What's the because you withdrew the case doesn't mean you weren't married. The question isn't have you ever gotten married and filed for an immigration benefit for someone and withdrawn it or not? That wasn't the question. The question is very simple. Have you ever been married before?
Oh.
So on your N400, I'm pretty sure it asks about prior spouses. Did you list this person?
No. What should I do in that case then?
You should probably withdraw that N400 and start over.
Oh yeah,
Probably.
I cannot call them and update my informations.
Dude, it's not updating my information. My eyes are green when I said blue. It's not I lived at 123 Elm Avenue when I lived at 124 Elm Avenue. It's one of the biggest questions of all. How did you get your green card in the first place?
By the DV lottery.
Okay, so you got your when you got your green card through the DD lottery, you were single?
Yeah, I was single. Yeah.
And then after you got your green card, you went back home and married this person?
Yes, in 2021.
And you withdrew it before USCIS ever approved or denied it?
Yes, because what I mean, what the people were saying, it was making sense to me. It's to telling me that it's like it's like if you went to court for something you didn't do, and it's just in your record. It's showing your record,
So,
but it
so
doesn't mean that. I mean,
So
whatever.
this is the difference between getting advice from a lawyer and from community members, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So community members think they're clever, and because they have some mental approach, some crafty way, they figured out that you weren't really married. I mean, you swore under oath that this person was your spouse.
Yeah.
You also swore under oath that you've never been married.
Oh. Okay. So I'm gonna have to
I'm not,
withdraw.
I'm not telling you to withdraw it. I'm saying there's an argument to withdraw it. I don't know how you fix it. I mean, let's pretend you don't withdraw it, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm the immigration officer and I'm sitting across from you.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, Mr. Diallo, I have a question for you. I'm looking at your file and I see two different applications. One application is an I-130 that you filed for Tiana, and you submitted a marriage license between you and Tiana. I'm looking at that marriage license. It has it right here. I'm also looking at your I-130, and it says that you swore under oath that you were married to Tiana and that you wanted to bring her here and get her green card. And then I'm looking over here at your N400, and it says, have you ever been married before? And it says no.
Okay.
How do you explain that to me, Mr. Diallo?
Well, I thought I was about to explain him the whole situation, how it goes, and present my.
What's the explanation? Go ahead and explain it. Pretend we're in the office right now. How do you explain the fact that you swore that you were married and you swore that you weren't married?
I would say I took advice with the wrong person, and here my situation. I will explain. I would say, hey, this happened like this, and I was married, and it didn't work out. And then as soon as things went left, I withdraw the case, and then here's my certificate and my divorce paper from the marriage.
So with your N400, you didn't submit the divorce certificate. You didn't submit the old marriage license.
No, can I upload it instead of withdraw it because I'm gonna have to pay another 700 and
Well, that's the cost of listening to dumb advice in my mind.
yeah.
But if you don't do it, what I would do is, I mean, first of all, I would go to this interview with a lawyer. I wouldn't go without a lawyer. I think you could really get nailed. But at the very least, what I would do,
Mm-hmm.
they'd bring me into the room and they say, okay, my name's Officer Jones. I'm going to be conducting your N400. How are you doing today? And this is what I would do.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, hello, Officer Jones. I'm doing fine, but I need to tell you something before we get started.
Mm-hmm.
As you may know, I filed this N400 and I marked on there that I was single, but I made a mistake because I was listening to dumb shits in my neighborhood who told me to put down that I was never married. And in fact, I was married before. I wasn't trying to trick anybody. I wasn't trying to get one past you. I just made a mistake because I thought that because I withdrew the case and got divorced that I shouldn't mark single and didn't have to talk about the divorce. But since then, I've talked to a lawyer who knows what he's talking about and isn't a dumbass. And he told me to start off this interview by handing you my marriage license, handing you my divorce decree, and asking you to change my answer on question 17.
Okay.
But I agree. I definitely think the better approach. You might save $725, but I think you're going to be much better off withdrawing it and
Okay.
then filing a proper application.
Okay. Or can I hire a lawyer?
Yeah, you can hire a lawyer. Where will your interview be?
Uh, Indiana.
Indianapolis?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to call our office or email us, just do it and say, I'm Muhammad. I was the first one on the show on Thursday.
All right.
All right, buddy.
I'm gonna email you. No problem. Thank you, Jim.
See you, man.
Mm.
All right. Feeling a little feisty today. Feeling a little feisty. How's everybody doing? Reveal says, what's up, y'all? Stay blessed. All right. Let's go to MI. It is Thursday, which means a lot of people off camera. Hello, MI. Oh, Julio's pointing something. Okay. Go ahead, MI. Go ahead.
Hi, Jim. I joined here. This is my first day here today.
Well, welcome.
Thank you. So I was in H-1B. I was working under H-1B visa from 2022. Recently, I did a job switch. I came to St. Louis. So my employer was doing H-1B transfer on their name. So I've been working there for 1 month. So recently, USCIS notified them my case was denied because they're saying that I already have a green card, but I never applied for any green card before. Recently, I just did NIW EB2 at the end of April or sometime like that. So currently, I am out of status. I'm in unpaid leave of absence.
Because
So
of this.
yeah.
So when did they deny? So okay, let's back up. Okay. So what country are you from?
I'm from Bangladesh.
And do you have a common name or an unusual name?
We have very common name.
Yeah, because like everybody and his brother from Bangladesh is MD something, right?
Yeah, MD Islam. This is very
Yeah,
common.
MD Islam, Muhammad Islam. Like you can't come up with that's like John Smith.
Yeah.
So Muhammad Islam has a H-1B and then applies for a transfer from one company to another, right? The new employer files an H-1B, right?
Yes.
And then you go to start to work for that employer before the H-1B is approved, but upon receipt of the receipt notice, right?
After received, but before approval, I started.
Yeah, narrator's voice. This is why a lot of times Jim says, be careful about doing that because this kind of shit happens, right? Okay, so then did USCIS issue a notice of intent to deny?
They sent a letter, decision letter from. They said that this person is already having permanent residence.
I understand that, but before, so did they say the H-1B was denied, or what did they say?
I was checking the status. When I check in the USCIS track with the number, it says your case was denied.
Okay, and so have you actually seen the denial notice?
So I probably not because their writing is very difficult to understand. But I saw that they're saying beneficiary become lawful permanent resident.
How do you know that?
It's written in
Where?
that letter.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Do you have that letter?
Yes, I have a letter.
What's the date of the letter?
May 14th.
So this just happened.
Yes.
And where do you live?
St. Louis.
Oh, okay, perfect. I think I can fix this. I think I can fix this. Can you email me that? And if you want to hire us, what I would do is I would sue them and say, you guys are morons. You screwed up Muhammad's case. Its H-1B should have been approved, but instead you denied it because you can't tell the difference between one Muhammad Islam and another.
Okay. So my employer's lawyer, they filed an appeal or legal motion with
That's a
OIS
total waste. That's a
ombudsman.
total waste of time. That could take a year. I can get you something done much faster than that.
Okay. So if I do this with you, will it affect anything? No.
No.
Okay.
I do this all the time.
Okay. Okay. So how I can reach out to you.
Yeah, email me that decision. Make sure I have your full name and your phone number, and we'll call you probably. Well, I guess things need to move quickly. I'll make sure someone reaches out to you tomorrow. Okay.
Okay.
Because I'm going to the airport, but send it over tonight.
Okay. Your email address is in the website. That one.
Wait, Huli's telling me something. Yeah, the email's right there. info@hackingimmigrationlaw.com. Hold on. Yes, Huli.
Oh, I have him here.
Oh, you've got him?
Yes.
Are you sure it's the right one?
For the story and everything, yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, do we have the decision? I need to see the decision.
I'll
Okay.
email him requesting it.
Okay, all right. Thanks, Mohammed. She'll email you back, okay, buddy?
Okay. Thank you very much.
Bye, buddy. I thought I heard a side character there. All right, we'll try to get Mohammed squared away. All right. Guess who's in the house? What up, Fatuma?
Hi, Mr. Jim. How are you?
I don't think I've ever seen you in a sweatshirt before.
This is a new one. The last
you
time
doing?
you have seen me with a blue one.
How you doing?
I'm good. And you?
I'm doing great. I'm getting ready to go up to Michigan.
Oh, safe journey, safe trip.
Where are you going to live when you come to America? Maryland?
First, I will go. I will visit. I will stay with my parents, and then I will decide. Probably, the best place I like is Florida.
Florida's great. Nice and hot.
Yeah, because
Awesome.
I'm the person who loves the beach, so that's why I'm choosing Florida.
Florida's got a lot of beaches for sure. They also got a lot of crazy people, but that's okay. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How is the family doing? All of them?
Great. Ismail just graduated from college. Yusuf has a job for the summer. Ibrahim's working here, and Noor's playing softball.
Oh, say congratulations to Ismail.
I will. Yeah. He's staying out in San Diego. That's California. That's another good place with good beaches.
Yeah, I had also California. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll love it. You got a question for me?
Don't worry, if I come, I will explore. I like adventurous.
And you'll come to St. Louis, right?
Yes, mostly I will come to visit you and your family.
Great.
To say thank you all the members of Hacking Immigration. Say hello to me, all of them.
That'll be great. Do you have a question for me, Fatuma?
I have a question about my brother. The last time I told you he want to apply citizenship, he applied. I told him he already applied, but he applied May 10, and he get biometric so fast. On 16, nice. he already done the biometric.
Great. Yeah, they're trying to naturalize as many people as they can because it's an election year.
Yeah, that's why I say it's so quick. I wonder.
Where does he live?
He live in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
So probably 2 months he'll have his interview.
Oh, after 2 months he will get the interview.
Probably.
Oh, maybe he can go longer.
Could, but I think they'll want to naturalize him before the election, so probably 2 or 3 months.
Oh, okay. That's all. That was the question I was asking you.
Bye, Fatuma.
Bye. Thank you, Mr. Jim.
All right. Assalamualaikum. See ya. Yeah, you too. Bye. Oh, our favorite Fatuma. Can't wait to meet her in person. All right. Ehab is here. Hello, Ehab.
Hello, Jim. How are you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Yes, great. My daughter filed I-130 a couple of years ago for myself, and we uploaded all the documents needed, including I-864, which was based on bank savings. And you told me that no, it won't work, and it will not be good to proceed with the interview. Since then, finally, my daughter got a job in California, and she will start earning her own money starting from next month. What should I do to use this? How can I inform the USCIS? because I have already the information from the National Visa Center that I'm only waiting for the interview date, which is not ever, which has never been done since last September. What should I do? What's your advice?
So the case was documentarily qualified in December of 23, September of 23.
It was accepted and it was held for the interview date since September 23.
Your mic shorted out. So it's your case has been documentarily qualified, right? And you're waiting on Cairo or what?
Yes, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Can
Well-
because I'm going to visit her in a couple of days. I'm traveling to California, and I'll stay with her for 45 days. Can I switch to make the interview over there?
Only not in the 45 days you'd be here. You have to wait 60 days. You can't file within 60 days because they think you had immigrant intent.
Uh-huh.
So you can't even decide to do this until you get here. But if you came to America and stayed 2 months and then decided to file for adjustment, you could do that, but you'd be stuck here for at least 7 or 8 months after that. So you wouldn't be able to leave again because you'd be stuck here.
Oh, yes. So you mean I cannot make this move until I spend 60 days over there in USA, and I should be staying waiting for the interview.
Right.
And there is no way to make urging for the interview date in Cairo.
Well, here's my question, because I don't know. Have you heard from other people what cases they're working on? In other words, are there people who are getting interviews who were documentarily qualified after you? That's my question. Do you know?
No information, but I have only the information coming from the U.S. Embassy in Cairo itself that they are working on a minimum capacity because of things. And I know from you that the worst embassies in the world is Cairo and Karachi, I think.
They're 2 of the 5 bad ones. Yeah, for sure. Philippines is bad. And yeah.
Wearing by Cairo U.S. Embassy.
Yeah. So, I mean, I would say that if you don't have something by September, call me back and we can sue them.
Okay, that's fine. Very good.
Bye, Hab.
Bye.
See you, buddy. All right. Our buddy Kristen's here. Hello, Christian. What's up, buddy?
Hey, how are you?
You at the airport?
Actually, I'm at work. My job is near the airport.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and it's nice weather. So I have a question. So my husband received a 2-year green card. He I don't know if you remember, I told you that he got married in South Africa. So when he went for his interview, we were only married less than 2 years, but he didn't enter the U.S. until we were married for 2 years already. So we took your advice. He filed the I-90. What he forgot to do is send his original green card. He didn't send it. He kept it. I guess he forgot.
Oh,
So
no, I don't think that's a mistake. I think that's the right thing to do.
right. So he got a letter. He went to do his fingerprints on Monday, and then on Tuesday, USCIS says we have approved your I-90 replacement card, and your card has been produced a day after he did his fingerprints.
That's good.
Here's my question. Do you think, based on his entry in the States, that they're going to give him the 10-year, or they're probably going to think he lost the green card? They're going to give him another 2-year green card.
Well, whether he
No,
I mean you're confusing different things. If he's entitled to a 10-year green card and that's what you put in for on the I-90, they're not going to think he lost it. They're going to think they made a mistake. It sounds like they've already decided that they did.
right, because I did attach like 10 documents, his passport, his entry stamps to show them. So I guess I guess you're right, because it says on the I-90 to check what are you doing? Are you doing because USCIS made a mistake and so and that's what he put. So
yeah, I think you're fine.
okay, yeah, because that was really fast. I mean, he just did his fingerprint on Monday and they approved him on Tuesday.
That's how it should be.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for the advice again.
Let us know when
out.
you get it. Let us know when he gets it, okay?
I'll let you know. Thanks, Jim.
All right. SM is here. Hello, SM.
Hi, Hi, Jim. How are you doing?
I'm fantastic. How you doing?
Good. Jim, I got my green card recently, and I went yesterday to get a driver's license. And when they checked my records, they said on DHS says that you're from Mexico, but I'm not from Mexico. That the system says that I'm from Mexico. Is that something I can fix? Something I should fix?
Are you in some bullshit state like Texas?
No, I'm in Utah.
You just got the green card, and you went like the next day?
I got green card on May 12th.
And when you told them I'm not from Mexico, what did they say?
Well, they said you're fine because the card doesn't shows my correct country. It just the system shows that birthplace Mexico.
No, but I mean, did they give you the driver's license?
Yeah, they issued a driver's license. I just don't know if that system thing is a problem for my travels. Like if I travel abroad and come back, is that an issue? The CBP looks at it and say, "Hey, you were born in Mexico."
Nope.
I asked you this question before, and I wanted to kind of follow up on a few things that kind of came to my mind. I told you that on my application for the green card, I add my father's name, and he's considered my middle name in Mauritania, and so now it's on the green card, but the passport doesn't have the middle name. And you said that's not an issue. Is it something that you recommend changing, like an I-90 to say, hey, yes, this is my middle name, but in my passport they don't include it anymore. They haven't included it in a while.
So unless you think that green card having your dad's middle name in there would keep you from being able to get into Mauritania, if you don't think that would be a problem, then I wouldn't worry about it.
I'm worried about getting out of Mauritania, that a Turkish airline or someone trying to affect me.
Yeah, I mean, you could. I would imagine that if you did an I-90 for that, they probably want you to pay for it, which might not be a big deal. But
yeah, no, that the payment for it is not a big deal. I was wondering if they're gonna ask me for an affidavit of names and stuff like that.
All possible. The other thing you could do. Did you get your green card based on marriage or something else?
No, work.
Yeah, so then you got to wait 5 years. I would say otherwise you could wait till citizenship. I would go ahead and try it, see what happens.
And what is the affidavit of names include?
I don't know.
It's okay. It's not something you know about.
I mean, I would imagine that it's just, this is my name. You guys made. I mean, I think you just need to do a cover letter explaining what the mistake was.
Okay.
Did you have an interview?
No.
So where did the mistake happen? Was it on your 45? They just threw it in there on their own?
No, I just included there, but I thought they would go with the passport, but they didn't go by the passport.
Nah. Yeah, so that you'd have to pay for.
Okay, sounds good.
Bye, buddy. Hey, by the way, I have that same shirt you're wearing. I have that same shirt. I just saw it at home. I just got back from the dry cleaner.
Oh, thank you. I like your style, so I'm glad that's a great thing that I wear something that you wear. Thank you, buddy.
Bye. All right. That was SM. Let's say hi to Eunice. Hi, Eunice.
Hi, how are you? Sorry, I don't have light. I'm from Pakistan.
It's okay. It's nighttime, huh?
Yeah, it's almost 10:15 here.
Awesome. Go ahead.
Okay, my question is, I was in the United States on fiance visa. I got there, I married there, applied for adjustment of status and advanced parole and also work permit. I got the work permit, but unfortunately, my dad had a liver cancer, and for his liver transplant, I was the only donor with the same blood group. So we were having his liver transplant. So I had to rush and I came back to Pakistan. So they denied my advanced parole. I already have my work permit. My green card is still in pending. So my father is no more. He expired. We didn't do that surgery. So I was wondering, how can I get back to the United States?
So when did you file and by the way, I'm very sorry about your father.
That's okay.
When did you file for adjustment of status?
That was November 6, 2023.
And you left, did you ever apply for advanced parole?
I did apply for advanced parole. I expedite the case. I even make an expedite appointment at the local USIS office at Charleston, but they did not approve it.
Your father was dying. You needed to go give him part of your liver, and those motherfuckers wouldn't approve it?
They did not.
So for everybody who calls me up and says, Jim, I really want to expedite my case, and I have a really good reason. Can anyone think of a better reason than trying to fly across the world to save your father's life?
What my wife told me, everything, like, when I was coming, I was crying, she was crying. We know the situation is getting worse and worse, and actually, I couldn't wait because my blood group and my dad blood group are the same. In Pakistan, we have, like, illegal organ transplant.
Yeah.
So they want someone to have, like, blood relation. So I was the only one with the same blood group, and they say you need to come as soon as possible.
So did the fact that you weren't able to leave right away because you were messing around with the expedite request, did that have anything to do with the final decision not to do the transplant?
I don't know, but they did not approve my case. And later on, when I got here, I think I left I left the United States on January 17, 2024, and I got their email, I think, on February 29, 2024, that they need additional evidence for my expedite request. And at that time, I was already in Pakistan.
Jesus Christ. When did your dad pass away?
My dad passed away. That was 16 April. His condition was very worse. We admitted him in the hospital, and we were performing his test because the 11 different kind of specialization doctor were checking him, that is he available, is he able to be good for a transplant surgery. So they refused because his body was very weak, and he's like 73. So they refused, and then he didn't make it. So
again,
I don't know.
How old was he?
He was 73.
I'm very sorry.
Thank you.
So now you are outside the United States. You're married to a U.S. citizen. Your fiancé visa has expired. You don't have parole.
Yeah.
And they probably won't let you on an airplane.
Of course, they won't let me on the airplane. I don't know. But of course, my visa is expired, and I don't know. My green card is still pending. Should I apply for a spouse visa, or what should I do? I really have no idea about this point.
No, I appreciate that. Can you email me, please? Because I want to talk to my team about this. I want to get some ideas from some of the people. I think we might have to do an I-130. I also think there might be a way we could maybe get you a FOIL based on what happened, but we probably wouldn't want to waste we might want to do both. We might want to file an I-130 and try to get you some kind of permission from the embassy to travel. But this is terrible. This is terrible.
I know. I know. We just waited here for a fiancé visa for almost 2.5 years, and then I lost my dad. I could not even save him.
How's everything with your wife? Everything with your wife is okay?
Oh, she's very supportive. She's very supportive.
Okay, good.
Everything with her is good.
Can you email me? Can you email me? Where does your wife live? Where do you guys live?
We were living in South Carolina, Charleston.
Okay. Yeah. Can you email me and put your wife on the email too? Put her phone number on the email, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, sure. Why not?
Thank you, Eunice.
Thank you so much.
Bye, buddy.
Bye.
All right. Alexander's out on the work site. He's got some questions for us. How you doing, bud?
Good. How are you?
I'm great.
Hey, thank you for taking giving me the opportunity to talk. So my Vawa got approved like 5 days ago. I submitted everything with my adjustment of status together. I'm just wondering, how long do you think it will take me until I actually get my green card
2 or 3 years.
after the BAT was approved?
Yeah, probably 2 years.
Okay. Um, I also wanted to ask, uh, are they still waiving interviews? Because I was told that probably my interview was gonna be waived. Are they still doing that or not anymore?
I've had in the last couple of years at our office. In the last year, our office has had 3 or 4 VAWA green card interviews. So I think you're probably not going to get it waived.
Okay. So that's all I needed to ask. But thank you very much for taking my call. Appreciate it.
Yep. See
Have
ya.
a nice day.
You too. All right. Let's go to D. D, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Jim, can you hear me?
Yeah. Are you driving?
Yeah, no, I just pulled over.
Okay. Cool. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I just have a question for my husband. So my husband entered the United States in September 2021. He went through the border. They gave him parole. He had no passport. He actually got the passport at the embassy of his country. And now we in the green card. Well, he was in removal proceedings too. And this February they removed him, and now I could file for his green card.
Hold on. You just said they removed him. You don't mean they deported him.
Oh no, they didn't deport him.
Okay, because removal is deportation. Okay, so what happened to his deportation proceedings? Were they terminated? Were they administratively closed, or were they dismissed?
You know what? I'm thinking it was terminated because they said now I could file for the green card.
Okay, all right.
So now we file. I'm sorry.
Who's they?
For the, so that was the court.
Okay.
When they canceled the thing. So now I'm filing. I want to do the green card, and we want to do I wasn't going to do the advanced parole because I figured since he received parole entering the country, he don't need the advanced parole.
What country is he from?
Haiti.
Okay.
So is it better that he would have a stamp on his passport, or is just that we could just go straight to the green card process?
I don't know for sure. I'd want to see all of his paperwork before I could tell you that. I want to see do you have the records from the court, and do you have a copy of his parole?
Yes.
Can you send that to me?
Sure, I can send that to you.
Okay, send it over and then we'll follow up.
Okay, thank you so much.
Bye, D. See ya.
Bye, see you.
All right. Kime's here. Hey, Kime. Kimi Giarte, are you there? Hello. There we go. We can't hear you. Hello. Can't hear you. No, I don't think he's on mute. His mic's not working. We can't hear you. All right, we'll come back. DeBuddy. What's up, DeBuddy? Can't hear you. Can you guys hear him? I can't hear him. No. Can't hear you. It's the headsets. We'll come back. I don't know what's going on. Hey, who's ever sending that spammy stuff about 3 tickets, please stop. Hello. Jami's here. Hello, Jami.
Hey, Jim, how are you?
Oh, good. I'm just glad I can hear you. How you doing?
Good. I'm doing good. Can I be off a camera?
Done.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes, last time I called, we received an RFE for my green card application, and now they're asking us to redo the medical exam and to provide the affidavit of document. Like my wife is not working, so my question is, do I need to have a support, like the joint support, because my wife is not working? I'm the only sole provider of my family.
So yes, your spouse. So has your spouse filed tax returns each of the last 3 years?
Yeah, we filed together. Yes.
Okay. So yes, she's still going to have to complete an I-864, and then you'll need a co-sponsor to submit an I-864 and submit their tax documents and all that stuff.
Okay, so even though I'm making money, I will need a co-sponsor.
They don't care if you're a millionaire or flat broke. It's all about the petitioner.
Okay, thank you very much. And following question is, after submitting this RFI, how long should we wait for them to respond?
Could be a couple months.
Even though we have a mandamus petition?
With a mandamus petition, no, that they probably go faster.
Okay, so maybe like 60 days?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that was my question. Thank you very much.
Hi, Johnny. See you, buddy. All right. Idanide is here. Hello.
Hello, Jim. How are you?
Good. Long time no see.
Yesterday, I got disconnected. I'm sorry. So I was saying to you about my friend, right? Yesterday,
Yeah.
he told me it's going to be a long way to immigration. Okay, it's fine. Or my question, I stopped on the middle and got disconnected, is about that her husband left a bunch of things. He don't have a will. So I wonder if she need a paper to go to court to pass all those things to her name.
What state does she live in?
She live in New York.
So she needs to file New York. She needs to find a New York probate lawyer.
Probate lawyer.
Yep.
So my question is, because she's in the process of immigration, that can't cause any problem? Was she able to pass everything in her name?
I have no idea. That depends on New York law.
Okay. So do you know anybody that I can trust to go for that thing in New York?
I might. If you email me, I can probably try to find you somebody.
Okay. I will do that.
Okay. Awesome. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. Let's go back to DeBuddy. See if he got his audio working. DeBuddy, you got your audio working?
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that last mic, but quick question for you, Jim. I wanna see if I'm clear about this. If someone come into the U.S., let's say January 2023, and they file for asylum, okay, they wait the 150 days. So let's say August 1st, 2023, they file for their employment card.
Yeah.
Okay. And around December 2023, USCIS write them back and says that, we saw you apply for your employment card in August, but the thing is, the case is not in our jurisdiction anymore. And I guess it's with EOIR. And when we do our checks, in the bottom of the letter, it says, when we do our checks, we don't see that you have a pending asylum case. And I'm confused because I'm like, I can go to the EOIR website and you can see that there is a case pending. So we did a 290B for reopen. I guess reopen is supposed to add more to the case and reconsider. It's gotta be a law-based situation. And then they denied the 290B. I'm trying to figure out why would it not be in their jurisdiction if you file with USCIS? I'm confused. Can you explain to me about this process, how this thing works?
So when you applied for asylum, well, okay, let's back up. When did you come to the United States?
January 1st, 2023.
How did you enter?
We came through the border. The CBP one.
And then you applied for asylum with the immigration court.
Correct. USCIS. No, USCIS.
Okay. So how did you do that if you were in removal?
We was never on removal. We was with USCIS, and somehow, somewhere they said it's not in their jurisdiction. So we're
Wait,
trying to figure.
time out. When you came across the border, did you get caught or did you just enter?
We entered normally because you have to do a CBP1 process, and then through the CBP1, they let you into the U.S.
Well, okay, but when you say let you in, they paroled you in. They
Correct, paroled in.
From where?
Texas.
Okay. And then you filed an asylum application with USCIS.
Correct. They send a receipt notice. And they receive it, and then about we wait for the 150 days, do the EAD, and then in December, because we wait till August, file it. In December, they saying that, hey, we close the case. It's not in our jurisdiction anymore.
Close the case. Close the case of the EAD, right?
EAD closed it, and they say it's not in their jurisdiction. They can't issue the EAD, and they saying that and in the letter that they said that when they do a check, they don't see no pending asylum with the EOIR. But I'm confused because I filed the asylum with you guys.
Time out. Who told you that the proper place to file your asylum application was with USCIS? Who told you that?
Well, I think it was a friend of mine who was out here.
So I don't know for sure, but I believe you were supposed to file your asylum case with the EOIR. Because I believe, even though you're paroled in, I believe you were in removal and that the court had jurisdiction over you. I don't know for sure. I don't do a lot.
When do somebody file an asylum kit with USCIS? In what situation?
They entered on a visit visa and they decided to apply for asylum, or they entered on a student visa and decided to apply for asylum.
Okay, I got you. Okay, now
I believe the reason they're telling you they don't have you in their system is because your asylum application with USCIS was improperly filed. I think. I don't know for sure. I mean, this is way too important to be talking about on a phone call like this. Like, have you had a lawyer at all during any of this?
No, the thing is, I have a friend of mine who's a pretty smart guy, and
he's not. No, he's not. He's a fucking idiot, is what he is. That's why you don't have a work card, because you listen to him.
You're right.
He's not a pretty smart guy. He's a dumbass who's practicing law without a law license. That's who he is.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not saying he's got bad intentions. Did you pay him money?
No. He doesn't, friend. We don't have to pay him anything. He was telling me now, listen, man, you got basically with 150 days, do your EAD, file the asylum with USCIS, and then we got denied. In the USCIS said we don't have a jurisdiction. He said, man, I'm confused. Why would they say they don't have?
Here's a question: Why in the world wouldn't you talk to a lawyer after it got denied? Why would you still listen to Drinking Buddy? Drinking Buddy's a moron.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, I was definitely looking for some lawyers over here in the Florida area, in northern Florida, but I just figured that he knew what he was doing because he said he's done plenty of them before.
All right, well, good luck. Thanks to Buddy. See you, man. All right. Tam is here. Hi, Tam.
Hey, Jim.
How you doing?
I didn't know I was gonna get picked up.
Well, here you go. Go for it.
My question was actually I think it's my mom. She has a green card. She was here a couple times, and she went back for emergency last year. Before she went back home, I applied for her to stay there, like travel documents, the I-131.
The reentry permit?
Yes, reentry permit. And I thought they're gonna send it quickly, but it came in 1 year.
Yeah.
But she left after the fingerprint.
Yeah.
And I was worried now. The travel document they send now is like for 2 years, starting from I think May this month, from to 2026. So she's already there almost 1 year now. My question is like, can she stay there the whole 2 year?
When's a year?
It ends in 2026, May 2026.
No, when did she leave the United States?
June 20 last year in June, around June something. Yeah.
So I would say have her come back. I would ship her if I were you, I would take her the reentry permit.
Mm-hmm.
I would go with her. I would come back to the United States with her before the 1 year anniversary of her being gone.
So that's what you recommend, like she have to come back instead of stay there
before the year's up. Yep.
And go back with the travel documents.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's what I thought. That's okay.
Thanks, Tam.
Thank you.
Bye, buddy.
Alrighty.
All right, that's our friend Tam. Mo's here. Hello, Mo.
Yeah, hello, Jim.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm great. What's up?
Okay, so I have a case regarding my wife. So my wife is American citizen with another dual citizenship, which is Lebanese. She doesn't live in the US. We're living together in Dubai in UAE. So we had a daughter. And when my daughter was basically, when my wife gave birth to my daughter, we applied for consular report of birth abroad for my daughter. So my wife is American. We thought that maybe we can have a chance basically of having the US citizenship for my daughter. However, we were shocked that during the process, they did detain the passport for my wife. And they told her that the passport has been granted to you by mistake and that you're not eligible to get it and blah, blah, blah. So they detained her passport. And they were like, you'll get a letter from the US Department of State, but it's been 3 months and nothing has happened. That was shocking. I've consulted 3 or 4 lawyers, and they have been even more shocked, regarding what happened, more than us.
So let's back up. Was your wife born in the United States?
No, she got the US citizenship through her father. So basically, she was underage. She was almost 12 years when she got the green card. And then she got the first passport at the age of 12 or 16. And then she got the second passport at the age of 18. And the third passport at the age of 30 plus.
And then now when she applies for her daughter, they look back and they say, oh, you never should have gotten this US passport in the first place.
Exactly.
So did she never filed an N-600 with USCIS?
No, the certificate of citizenship, right?
Right.
Or naturalization, sorry. No, her father never filed that for her because she was underage. So maybe that, I don't know if that's a reason or something else.
So from the age of 0 to 12, she lived outside the United States.
Yeah.
Did you say in Lebanon?
Yeah, exactly, with her mother, because the father was living in the US, but the mother was living in Lebanon, so she stayed with her mother, and she was going there based on visits.
Okay, so then dad files an immigrant visa petition for her.
True.
She gets a green card, and she comes to the United States and gets a green card.
Exactly.
Then after that, how long did she live in the United States after she got her green card?
A few weeks, and then she traveled to Lebanon, and then she went back again for a few weeks, and she got the passport, and then she went back again after 2 to 3 years, and she stayed 3 weeks. So she never lived in the US more than 3 months in total.
Okay, so do you think she's a US citizen, or do you think that she's not a US citizen?
Well, after I checked the USCIS, it says that the US passport is a proof of citizenship.
Yeah, but it's not definitive.
Yeah.
So I don't know if she's a U.S. citizen or not. I think she might not be.
Okay, but what's basically the rule or the law that's based on? And because she's living abroad, right?
Well, what does that have to do with anything that she's living abroad? What does that have to do with anything?
US citizens do have the right not to live in the US, right? But still, they are US citizens.
They're required. Hold on, I'm going to go get my book. Hold on.
Okay.
I mean, we should talk about it more formally than this, but we can do a little bit of rough checking. How much time I got? Okay, good. All right. The parents were married, right?
Yeah.
And were both parents citizens or just the dad?
No, just the dad. Her mother does have only the green card. She never lived there for more than several months again, like per year. So she never got it eventually.
All right. So here I am in wedlock birth abroad to U.S. citizen parent and alien parent. So that's us, right?
Yeah.
One parent's a U.S. citizen, one's an alien. And what year was your wife born?
1995.
1995. Okay, so that's still the same rule. Okay, you ready? These are the requirements for someone to be a U.S. citizen in that scenario.
Mm-hmm.
The citizen parent has to be physically present in the U.S. for 5 years prior to the child's birth, 2 of which are after age 14.
Yeah, he has been there since 1998.
Well,
and he's paying taxes since 1998.
What year was she born?
1995, when he applied for.
Hold on.
Yeah. Okay.
So she was born in 1995.
True.
So in order for him to give her citizenship, he had to have been physically present in the United States for 5 years prior to her birth. So prior to her birth. So was he physically present in the United States for 5 years prior to 1995?
No, it was in 1998.
So she's not a U.S. citizen.
So do you think this is basically the clause that they relied on it, and eventually?
Not the clause; it's the law.
Yeah.
The citizen parent has to be physically present in the U.S. or possession 5 years prior to the child's birth, and 2 of those 5 years have to be after the person was 14. So after the dad turned 14. So if he didn't start living there till 1998, i.e., when she was 3. Now there's the other question. So when did he get her the green card?
He got her the green card in 2007.
Okay, so in 2007, she gets a green card. She comes to the United States because she's not a U.S. citizen. And then basically, she hasn't lived in the United States since 2007.
Yeah, well, she hasn't lived there like for a long period of time. She was like only going there based on visits, like that are basically 2 weeks, 3 weeks. That's it.
On the green card?
No, after she's getting the passport. So she went there, she got the green card, she left, and then after that she went there, she got the passport, she left. She doesn't really need to live there because she's attached to her mom.
So she's never lived enough time in the United States to qualify for citizenship off the green card. So I think she's screwed. Now, what about you? Are you a U.S. citizen?
No, I'm Lebanese. I mean, she filed for petition for alien relative I-190. I got the approval, but I stopped. I mean, I didn't proceed with the process because eventually her passport was detained. So I thought basically to park it for a while.
Yeah.
So
it sounds like no one's a citizen.
Yeah, true. But so I mean, the embassy said that we need to wait for the letter from the Department of State.
And you should do that. You should do that, but I think we've just figured it out.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not a lawyer. You're definitely the expert here. But I've checked like USCIS, and there is as well a route like for a U.S. citizen parent to to grant citizenship to their what they are called overseas.
That's what we're trying to do. That's what we're trying to do. But Dad didn't live here enough to do that. That's exactly what we were just trying to do.
But I mean. Again, I'm not the expert, but I've seen something. I've seen it and read it more than twice and thrice. That even if basically, I mean, he had kids that are living outside of the United States, and he lived in the United States after giving birth to them, there is a way for him to grant them citizenship.
Yeah. And do you want to know what it is? You get them
5 years. Yeah.
You get them a green card, you bring them to the United States, and you have them live there long enough until they apply for citizenship. That's how you do it. And that's what he didn't do.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to go.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Mo. All right, everybody, that'll do it for today's show. We reached the 1 hour mark. The next show is 6:08. Might be tomorrow. Might be over the weekend. Don't know sure exactly. Today was a pop-up episode, and we might have some more pop-ups this weekend. Hope you all have a great night. If you want to get on the text list so you can get in the waiting room whenever I go live, it'll be short notice whenever it is. And you text that word show to 314-470-3300. Again, my name is Jim Hacking, immigration lawyer practicing law throughout the United States. I have our offices in St. Louis, San Diego, and Washington, D.C. If you want to do us a favor, leave us a 5-star review on Google. We'd appreciate it. You can join our Facebook group, Immigrant Home. That's free. We also have our YouTube channel you can subscribe to whenever we go live. You'll be the first to know. Thanks so much, and we'll see you down the road.
I'm great about that, other than trying to help people who are in a state of disease.